Good morning, good morning, good morning, secured entrepreneurs. It's 10 minutes to 3. I just had to turn on some lights because I was about to get the dance party started. Okay. Seeing as nobody wants Miss Aurorah to sleep, people have been messaging and calling Miss Aurorah for the past hour. So I had about 3 hours of sleep today. I've got a lot of energy. And so I said, let me start this doggone series this week because too many of you told me the most hilarious things last week about what you're attempting to do and it's not working, right? So first I want to say to the secured entrepreneurs who are not aware and those of you who are visiting, hey, here in the secured entrepreneur movement, we don't judge anybody's path. Whatever your religious path, if you're saying it's spiritual, whatever it is, we respect and honor it, and we want to hear about it, right? Many of the secured entrepreneurs know that Ms. Aurorah is extremely fortunate and blessed to work with people all over the world and have the experience of participating in some of their, belief systems, their prayers, rituals, things like that. And it's very interesting. So what I'm going to share is a spiritual practice to assist you with having the financial success that you desire to have. Okay. Now, I'm using the word spiritual because I know that that's what's most common, but this is an energetic exercise, I guess, you would say. So many of you had asked, I shared in a previous 3 a.m. shenanigan how I began to take my involuntary astral travels to another level and inquired about how they would actually do it to assist themselves. Okay, so one of the things that you are going to have to do to make something like this work is you're going to have to be free of the guilt that you are carrying in this current program that you're in, the fear that you are carrying in this program that you are in. I discovered that when I first attempted to take myself to a future time and take an action in the future time. Well, I was prevented from taking that particular action in the future time because I was carrying energy that I'm living in this time, this moment. I was carrying it. So when I came back, I went into another meditation to free myself of that energy. Now, for our Christian friends, this is the true meaning of renewing the spirit of your mind. So some translations say, be ye renewed by the spirit of your mind. Well, that's only going to happen when you recognize that you've been in a conditioned trance. How did you get there? Well, there's a whole lot of people who have been born and raised into, I'm going to say religion. Okay. So like I said, please forgive me, that basically taught you to believe a myth as if it were literal. Okay. Never really taught you the true meaning of how it is you were supposed to work the lesson in the story that you have been told, which is why now you're trying to figure out why it is you've been following all this and it doesn't work for you and all that. Well, you cannot create a positive, what you would deem to be positive, okay, result out of something that is not a truth. If it is not a truth, it really just does not it doesn't work, which is why life happens to people. People are not really happening to life, which is how you can get intertwined into somebody else's program and your life is just thrown to the dust because you abandon your own program to get on somebody else's program. How does that happen to a lot of people? You get married. You get married. You start living with somebody. Okay. People are just so unaware of how energy is actually really working. So if you're connected to somebody who got some jacked up energy, oh yeah, you're gonna start getting real jacked up. Okay. So after I went into the meditation and began to free myself, how did I do that? I started telling myself I no longer had a need for it. You don't need for it. You're moving on. It's time to move from this. And I started telling myself, this is so funny. I started telling myself, your physical body is getting too old to keep playing in this program. Your physical body does not want to do it anymore. Your physical body needs to go on so you can get out of this place, get to your next thing. Like, come on now, come on, let's speed it up. I'm telling myself this, right? So now, when I go back into the exercise, which is going to begin in a meditative state, because you have to raise the energy to get here. You have to raise the energy, right? Now you're going to take yourself to a place where you see yourself taking an action. Why? Because the quantum leap will always only begin to happen and occur by an action that you take. So when you take yourself to a future time, it could be tomorrow. It could be later on in the evening when you know that you're alone. Nobody's in the house. You know that you have the time, the space, and you're prepared to do whatever it is that you're trying to get accomplished, right? Whatever time it is, you now take yourself there. And now this is not an imagination. Let's not get it twisted. This is not like a Neville Goddard imagination. This is a true, you are taking yourself there, and you will be able to feel in your physical body that you're somewhere. Okay? And you see yourself taking the action and playing it out. And when you see yourself begin to, go with the feelings now, already have the feelings in here, have the feelings in here, because you need to be feeling that, because you're excited, you're taking this action, it's happening for you, and you get to see the result. Now, in the first trip, all you want is to take the action. All you want is to just let me see myself taking this action. Okay? Now, in that action, maybe you are getting the information that you need. Maybe you are being told exactly how to do what it is that you are desiring to do to see the result that you are desiring to see. Maybe that's happening. Okay? You might have to take yourself to the action and see the first step and catch up to that in this physical time. Now, how do you know that that's possible? Well, how many of you have ever had what we call a deja vu? You are somewhere and something begins to happen, and you instantly know, oh, wait a moment, I've seen this before. I've been here before. This has played out before. Yeah, because it's already in your program. Okay, it's already in your program. This has happened, but because you are not consciously aware of the fact that everything that even this very moment that I'm talking to you right now, I've already done it. Already done it energetically. I'm just now catching up to it physically. So what you're doing is implanting yourself in a desired way into your program. Now we have masters. We have masters of this, okay? So there are some people who have mastered this to a point where, and you're seeing it in this lifetime, you are seeing it. And you'll be in awe, like, wait a moment, how is this person so good at blah, blah, blah? So be mindful that this is something that you have the innate capability to actually do. And you might even frighten yourself the first few times, like, oh my God, because what's going to happen is new people will come into your atmosphere, because this thing that you took yourself to and saw yourself doing and put these things into place to play out the way you desired, there will have to be other players that assist you. It's not going to happen in this reality the way you put yourself in a present time. Okay? Why? Because you're not on the planet by yourself. You're not in this illusion by yourself. Okay? So don't be surprised if things begin to change in an undesirable way. It would have to happen like that in order for what it is you created at a future time to actually happen in this physical space and time right now. And I hope I'm being clear. And I'm trying to be as clear as I can be at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay? But to go back on what some of you are saying, that the end goal for you, what you were trying to do, was learn how to sell the digital product that you already created. You were not looking to have a resale product or anything like that. And I told all of you that, hey, listen, you better, learn how to put those ads out there. You don't already want to come and see a video where somebody's saying, oh, get on this platform and use this and use that and resell this product. That's not what you were trying to do. Okay. So if in fact you're saying, okay, I need to learn how to sell my product and actually make this particular type of money. All right. Take yourself to a future time. Maybe it's like I said, tomorrow, the next week, whatever it is. Put yourself in a situation where you are getting the information that you need to sell that product. You're getting the information that you need. Okay? And see yourself. Really do it. Really do it. Doing exactly what you were just told to do. Doing exactly what you were just told to do, and experiencing the result that you desire to receive by taking that action. Now, when you come back here, because you already saw yourself doing it, now your physical body is like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do that. Even your mind is leading you places. Like I said, people are about to come in your atmosphere and start telling you what to do. And then the next thing you know, exactly where you put yourself doing that thing and having that experience will happen. Now, I have to tell you this. So one of the things that happened, there was something that happened just on Saturday morning, as a matter of fact. And I was so puzzled by it. I was telling Brownie that it happened. And after I told Brownie that this thing happened, and I was saying, that is just, how crazy is that? Like, that is the craziest thing. Like, why would this person even bother to do this? This is crazy. And it wasn't until after I heard myself telling Brownie that this happened that it dawned on me. That has to happen. Because I changed my program. I gave myself a command at a future time. And now it's playing out for me. So the people around me, everything that's going, it has to happen. So please do not freak out. But what really made this juicy, and I'm going to go deeper just a second, because King David's about to start making so much noise because he hears me talking. He's like, oh, it's time to get up and run around and go outside, right? What I started doing to be more specific in creating my desired outcome. And I know this is how this whole thing came about on Saturday morning. And now, for those of you who study astrology, you already know that is the map that you came here with. And it doesn't matter what religion you come from and what the religion believes, it doesn't matter, because it is what it is. It is the design of this universe. You cannot change it with a belief that, again, is not true. Okay? So based on my astrological chart, okay, I said, all right, I'm going to insert myself utilizing the information that was already designed to be. I'm just going to now assist myself on this journey. I'm going to assist myself using my own personal map, because there are some stagnations. There are some things that should have already happened, but because of the choices that we have made along the way, that we made in ignorance. Why? Because we didn't know any better. Okay? We're in a physical body, and like I'm saying, you're surrounded by other energies, just a bunch of energy. And a lot of the energy has been what we would consider to be very low vibrational energy. Okay? You've been inundated with it. So you made some choices that have taken you off your path. But when you go back to the map and understand what's really happening, now you can get into the true lessons and learn how to excel within the lesson that was chosen. Most people believe that you energetically chose it before you came into the physical bodies. Most people believe that. I mean, it's up to you, but the facts are in. I'm sorry. And you've been on the planet long enough to recognize that, oh, no. This is exactly what's happening. You know, your own success story, how it is you got to being in a place where you could consider yourself successful. You already know all the ways, all the things that it took, all the pitfalls, all the stops, and then finally, oh, here it comes, or whatever. And then one day the light bulb comes on. You know, this could have happened in a more harmonious way had I been aware of some other things. Okay? So what you're doing is helping yourself become aware. Okay? You're helping yourself become aware by taking your energy to a future time and working it out. And when you come back to this timeline, your physical body will have the opportunity to catch up and line up with the desired result. And I'm telling you that this works. Okay? I'm telling you that this works. It works for many, many, many people. Why not have it work for you? And guess what? It's so early in the morning, I didn't even introduce myself. Now, all of you who know, I'm Miss Aurorah Dey. This is 3 a.m. shenanigans, but you know, we're the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. This is just what we do in the wee hours of the morning. And I'm so grateful to hear from all of you who tell me, yeah, I'm up this time of the morning too. And most of you say you really don't even know why you're awake at this time. You don't even know what to do. You try to go back to sleep. This is not the time to go back to sleep. This is the time to stay awake and really get the work done, because all the work is being done energetically. What do they say? As above, so below. Okay? And so for our Christian friends, it would be ye renewed by the spirit of your mind. This is how you are renewing the spirit of your mind. You are putting yourself into a time and space where you are experiencing the renewal. You are experiencing the newness, but it's only going to happen when you take the action. Okay? So comment below. Let Miss Aurorah know what your thoughts are. If you begin to practice it, you know, let me know what your results are for real. Like, don't knick-knack paddywhack it, okay? If you need to email, if you don't want to put it down below, it's info@aurorahdayconsulting.com, and let us know. Okay, so that's what I want to share in this 3 a.m. shenanigans. And Miss Aurorah is going to be back to answer some more trust questions in maybe 2 hours or something like that. I have to take King David out and I've got to get some water. All right. So that's it. Okay. Ta-ta.